This time on DawgStrip, we do the Great Beater Challenge, a 3,000-kilometer adventure through the Canadian Rockies with the Hamster, towing a tent trailer. What can go wrong?
For this adventure, we choose the Hamster, a 1990 Ford Festiva that we chopped and shortened over 10 years ago. At this point, the Hamster has been sitting unused in the backyard for nearly a year and a half. We start things off with fresh fuel and a good battery. Now, let's see if she will wake from her long slumber.
This thing got smaller. No brakes again.
No brakes? Oh, goody.
Let's see if it starts.
No fuel pump?
I do not hear a fuel pump.
Now let's take a moment and explain what the Great Beater Challenge actually is. Essentially, it's a scavenger hunt with goofy cars. Throughout the weekend, participants will be awarded points for costumes, objectives found, and of course, how weird your vehicle is. The key point is, the event is about 1,000 kilometers, and it's about 1,000 kilometers away, which means we have to get this hot mess ready for a massive trip through the Rockies, towing a tent trailer. Awesome.
With the Hamster in the garage, we dive right into it. First to go is Hamster's skid plate, then a well overdue oil change.
No funnel, perfect pour. Yes. Oh, look. This is at least the car's second oil change. I can tell you that for sure. In like 8 years.
Then, after a rather extensive order from Rock Auto, we replace almost everything we can on the Hamster's brakes. She may not be fast, but she'll stop on a dime. Or so we hope.
Alright folks, so as a quick update, we took the Hamster out for a shakedown run yesterday, and the clutch slips badly. So it is currently Wednesday. We leave for the Great Beater Challenge Friday morning, so we currently have Wednesday and Thursday to wrench on this thing. No time to get any parts at the local parts store, Rock Auto, online, nothing is going to arrive in time. So we have a used clutch disc in the yard that we will pull this transmission, put the disc in, and then go from there. But the problem is, in the past, the input shaft to the transmission seal leaked, and that's why the clutch disc is coated in oil, and that's why it's slipping. So there's no way we can fix that. We are going to try to clean it up the best we can, lower the oil level in the transmission, and put super thick gear oil, gooey glue oil in the transmission. And hopefully that'll survive 3,000 kilometers towing a tent trailer through the Rocky Mountains. Yay! So this is stress time. Time to start wrenching and get this done today.
In the past, this transmission had leaked oil and soaked the clutch disc. At that time, the car was still new to us and had ATF in the gearbox. We changed it over to expert-recommended motorcycle engine oil, and it's been great for years. Up until now. We thought the seal had gone bad, but once we had the transmission on the ground, we can see just how bad the input shaft bearing is. No seal is going to help this. This transmission is junk.
No! God, please, no! 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 No!
After going through the pile of spare parts in the backyard, we picked this one. It's high mileage, greasy, and came from a non-running parts card that we never test drove. This is going to be a gamble.
I think it's 9:30 at night. 11 hours after we started this fiasco. Transmission we had known nothing about. It moves.
After a long thrashing in the garage, the Hamster is back together and moving. The transmission, the clutch disc, the pressure plate are all used parts from 3 different donor vehicles. After going up and down the street, everything feels as it should. Now, let's pack a few things and hit the road in the morning.
Come the next morning, we roll out. With us is my father, Frank, and his 1952 Willys pickup truck. The goal for today is to travel nearly 1,000 kilometers to Lethbridge, Alberta, the starting point of the Great Beater Challenge. We make it to about here, when someone at the gas station informs us about a puddle of oil under the Hamster.
So we choose to ignore this and hit the road. Why not? The oil leak is coming from the transmission CV shaft seals, and there's nothing we can do about that now. An hour later, we stop along the highway to check things over. This is what we find.
From what we can tell, there is no trail of oil on the road, and it's not splattered all over the underside of the car. The transmission must only be leaking when the Hamster is sitting still. So, we press on and manage to make it all the way to Lethbridge, Alberta well after dark, leaving little Exxon Valdez calling cards along the way.
Come the next morning, we top up the gearbox with Lucas Oil Stabilizer before scooting over to the event start location.
Here we are. We made it to the starting line. Now we get to meet all our fellow competitors and their fine automobiles. Bonus points are awarded at the start to those with challenging vehicles. In other words, those with a high likelihood of failure. Additionally, points are given for silly vehicle modifications, such as over-the-top off-road lights, spoilers, and/or truck nuts. Once the judges have finished dispensing their opinions, everyone gathers for the big send-off. Previous to this, all we were given was the location for the end-of-day campground. Now we all have the checklist. Let the great scavenger hunt begin.
At this point, we are joined by our good friends Dale and Norm with their 1990-something Toyota Corolla wagon, named the Red Baron. Our 3 vehicles will be traveling together for this test of man and machine.
Once we roll out, it doesn't take long for things to go off the rails. Just a few blocks, in fact. As we regroup and move on, we're cruising. As part of the event, we're given a suggested route to follow. We assign the lead car to focus on the route, while everyone else is looking for things on the scavenger list.
The scavenger list was a random assortment of hints, riddles, and pictures, such as this one, giving us no more than the following statement. Thirsty? Take your thirst to outer space. Apparently, we were supposed to know this structure was a bar. We missed that one.
For the rest of the day, we zigzagged our way out of town and eventually northwards, transversing our way across Alberta, darting off the road randomly when one of us spotted a scavenger hunt item, snapping pics of our discoveries as proof before getting back on the road.
You go first. We're both first. Yeah.
So I am now in the seat next to Dale, one of our good friends, in his and Norm's Red Baron. The reason I am taking reprieve in their car is because the Hamster has no windows and there's a windstorm going outside directly blowing into my right face. I am slightly deaf at this moment. So, thank you, Dale. Thank you, Norm, who's now suffering in my seat in the Hamster.
Yes, the wind is relentless. It is a truly odd feeling to be doing highway speeds and still have wind coming at you sideways. At least the skies cleared up and graced us with some truly beautiful rolling hills to admire. Oh look, more points!
That's a pretty big bucket.
From here on in, it's mostly a straight shot to the end of day camp site in Hanna, Alberta. Fun fact, Hanna is also the hometown of the infamous Canadian rock band Nickelback.
Then the turtle detonate.
Alright, that's not that much of a fun fact, but at least it's somewhere that we can set up camp, regroup with fellow travelers, and rest for a bit.
Come the next morning, it's a slow and groggy gathering of our fellow travelers. Good news! The Hamster has started healing itself, leaking less and less with each stop as the transmission is being topped up with more and more Lucas Oil Stabilizer.
Now that we're on the road, the second day is pretty much like the first. We're cruising in a random southernish direction while on the lookout for more points as we go. I think Google has led us wrong.
I never say no to an adventure.
Yes.
Now, coming to the end of this rally, there was one last checkpoint to find, and I was going to be damned if we missed it. While blindly following Google Maps, we're slowly inching closer to Woodhouse, Alberta. With Frank and the Red Baron following behind, we continue to trek forward as the path slowly shifts from road to farmer's field.
I think we made a wrong turn somewhere.
Adventure time. Regardless of the wrong path, we managed to snap a pic of Woodhouse in the distance, and more points are acquired.
After finding our way back to the highway, we make the last rapid dash to the finish line, coming to an end in Lethbridge, Alberta. About 2/3 of the vehicles which started this adventure were lucky enough to complete the Great Beater Challenge.
Hello, darlings.
For those of you that need to know, the Hamster finished in the top third for points. Not too bad, considering we were not taking things that seriously.
Just because the rally is over doesn't mean we're done. We're still another 900 kilometers away from home and waste little time before getting homeward bound. As daylight fades, we spend the night just on the Alberta side of the BC Rockies. At this point, the Hamster's transmission seals have sealed up and are no longer puking its guts out every time we come to a stop. The engine is still burning a wee bit of oil, but considering the Hamster has been dragging a tent trailer for over 3,000 kilometers of wide open throttle for this event, she's done good, and we make it home without any other hassles.
Hey you, yeah you, don't go anywhere just yet.
Did this video seem a little out of season? That's because it was filmed over 6 months ago.
Now, do you want to stay up to date? Join us on Patreon and get free weekly updates and behind-the-scenes content.
Feeling generous? Sign up as a supporting member, enjoy the extra perks, and of course, be part of the team and help us wrench.
And as always, see you on the next turn.
Cheers!
Cheers.
Next time on DawgStrip is our favorite event, the BC Gambler 500, a backroad rally for beater cars. We fixed the broken Lincoln just so we can break it again. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on the next video. Give us a thumbs up if you like what we're doing.
I'm Pete.
Hi, Pete. Here we are, looking at the most important thing. Where are you running off to, darling?
I don't know.
So we have Kevin doing major things, but I believe this is the most important point. This gentleman here is keeping sure that we're not lost. We're lost.